Hello and welcome to Sovereign RPG. I am Sovereign and today I'm going to be telling you the best ways to make gold in Moonlight Sculptor. Now there's no webcam today. I do have the mini munchkins over from their mothers and I don't really want them running about on the camera. But at least you won't have to see the massive black bags under my eyes. Remember to like and sub if you do enjoy and find my Moonlight Sculptor content useful. There will be daily guides uploaded and votes on the channel and in the Discord. So make sure to join in the Discord if you have any questions regarding the game. There are many people in there that will be able to help you with answers. If you're new, if you're a pro, if you've been doing this forever. It's a good place to chill and hang out. Right, so let's start off with one of the ways that actually a lot of people have been saying that they make a lot of gold out of, which is kind of not true, and I guess depending on what level you are, depends on the amount of money you'll actually make from doing certain tasks, and that is fishing. Now, I've seen a lot of guides and I've seen a lot of posts saying that fishing makes loads of money. Fishing makes almost zero money, especially when I can make about 1 million gold an hour just autoing out here in the middle of Birch Lake. Sometimes even up to 2 to 3 million. Most I've had is 5 million gold in a single hour when I've had quite a few lucky purple drops. They do sell for a significant amount of money. So I would not recommend fishing at all. Maybe in the end game when a lot more people are doing their cooking and stuff, but right now no one's really crafting. Everyone's sort of leveling. Everyone's trying to get to that max level so they can get into the actual end game content. So at the moment, cooking and fishing is not really such a big deal when all you're really going to do is use the bread or cook the meat that you get shitloads of just by farming random mobs, just to fill up your food bar to give you the highest damage bonus. So I wouldn't recommend doing any of the cooking, any of the fishing just yet. Later on, this will be massively important, especially when it gets more min-maxing involved. But right now, just skip it. Now, the next way to get a decent amount of gold is by using these actual rods. Now, these goblin tunnel dowsing rods drop you into a secret warehouse when you're in underground cave zones. For example, you can use it in the Leatvar Den. Now, I haven't tried it in a lot of other places. Maybe you can use it in every single tunnel. I don't know that for sure just yet. I haven't tested it everywhere. But most of the underground places you can use this and it pops up a little mound on the ground where you're standing. You go inside and there's a lot of chests and stuff to kill, a lot of goblins to kill, a lot of gold inside of those chests. The higher level ones you get, the more gold you get, and you can get a significant amount. And these just randomly drop off of random mobs while you're out there grinding anyway. So make sure to look out for those goblin tunnel dowsing rods. Now, another good way to make a significant amount of gold is on a Saturday with your daily dungeon. Now, if you get to 135 plus, you can get a couple of million gold out of this for like 3 minutes work. Not even that. It's so quick and it can be done quite easily. You'll have between 500,000 and 1 million for the difficulty 3, and then it will go lower the lower level you are. But it's definitely good to just get that one out of the way because the goblins inside and there are chests inside that do drop extra gold. So make sure to kill those guys and get that. Now, the next best way for making a gold in Moonlight Sculptor is actually going into the Scorched Land, going into the Frozen Lands, going into the Thunderous Lands, etc. Going into these sort of Black Forest areas, the Venomous Black Forest and these areas down here. You sort of get these items called condensed. Now, I've sold all of mine on the market because they do make a significant amount of money. If you go in here and you just put yourself on auto, killing the mobs, you can pick up quite a few of those condensed ones. They are kind of rare and sometimes you can go an entire day without getting one, but other days you'll get 10, 20, and they are selling currently on the market for between 100 and 200,000 gold each. So if you're just out there doing a bit of leveling and you look at the Thunderous Lands and you're between the levels of 108 and about 130, you can get a decent amount of XP in there and you can kill stuff a lot quicker. So even if you're only getting like 19k XP and you're getting 26 to 30k somewhere else, it takes twice as long to kill that 30k. So you relatively are making the same amount of XP. And all of the mobs in those areas are actually more tightly compact. So you'll move from mob to mob to mob to mob rather than a lot of running around and wasting a lot of time moving in the open zone. These are good places to level and good places to make gold. They do drop a lot of random junk loot that sells for quite a significant amount. Now, this is another good option for making a lot of gold. Now, the best option to make gold, at least for me right now, is just grinding in an area on a map where there are high density of mobs. So you'll be grinding out whatever area is within your level. Now, I can't go any further in than Birch Lake because we're obviously, most of us are stuck on this bloody quest with the Kalakaya legs. Or whatever the hell they are, the claws. So we can't get much further in than what we're already at right now. Now, there are several areas. If you're around my level, there are several areas. Up here in the north, there's a lot of condensed trolls and stuff like that. Over on this side, we have a lot of the actual Nagas over here, just next to this camp. you'll be able to see over in this area, there are a lot of treants and a lot of spiders and a lot of the trolls all in this area. They're quite tightly compact. So they do drop these junk items called blue scales in this area. Now these sell for a significant amount. Now I've been doing this grind for about 15 minutes. I just sold off a load of stuff, made 2 million gold just by doing it for about 2 hours. Now this is about 15 minutes. Now just this alone, this junk item alone, 90,000 gold for that 15 minutes of getting these items. They sell for massive amounts. And because I'm using the HP and MP drain, I'm not spending any money on potions. These potions are just what I'm getting from drops and quests and daily stuff. But what really makes you the money right now doing this sort of grind in an area with a high density of mobs is the chance for purples to drop and the chance for legendaries to drop. So the heroics and legendaries, if these guys drops, you're going to be making absolute mints selling these on the actual auction. Now, sometimes it takes a little while to actually sell these. Some of the tier 1 stuff are not worth putting up, but when you put up the tier 2 stuff and some of the legendaries, now this is a lot of gold and I've got it on minimum. So there's a lot of gold that someone's going to be splashing out on a tier 2 helmet, and it's probably not likely going to sell, but I stuck up there just in case someone comes along who's a fat whale and decides to buy it. But over the past couple of days, I have sold absolutely loads of tier 2 purples that I've been getting from this farm, from anywhere between 250,000 gold each to 500,000 gold each. And that really stacks up over time. You can start to sell these blues, the tier 3 blues and stuff. People do buy them. They're not worth as much. I just use them to break down and put them in a specialized over here. But for me, this dumb, easy, lazy way of AFK grinding to make your gold, it's exactly the same as if you're going to be grinding out those levels. So there's not much extra work involved and you do get massive amounts. Just look for a high density area of mobs and you're going to be golden. Now, as we get further and deeper into the game, gold farming will actually change and metas will change and what you can actually do. So crafting might come into play and you'll start making loads of money making potions. You might make loads of money making the food, especially when people are min-maxing for the PvP and endgame and for the guild versus guild stuff and the guild raids and the higher level raids and the big boss dungeons where your actual stats will matter. Or you can just go into shop, go into currency, go into gold and just buy these gold packs and you get 5 million gold here, 10 to 300,000 gold there per one. Everyone has the chance rate. If that's what you want to do, then by all means, crack on with your bad self. As you can see, I'm sitting at 4.5 million gold, and I spend a lot of gold on modifying stuff, trying to upgrade stuff, enchanting stuff, quality improvement stuff. I've been doing a lot of this. I'm spending a lot of gold doing all the upgrades and actually spending gold on the store to buy different things like the Earner's Blessings, the enchantment scrolls, the sculpture boxes. These do start to cost quite a bit of money, but it's definitely worth doing it. So I'd highly recommend. Especially if you don't want to spend real life money, you want to reset your stats. That's 3 million gold. So you do need to make a decent amount of gold to be actually moving on with the game. But anyway, that's all we have for today. We are still early doors. There's still a lot more stuff we have to discover. There's still a lot more ways we have to discover of making gold, leveling our characters, and all of this stuff. As we grow, as we find out more, I will be putting content up for Moonlight Sculptor. So make sure to like and subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this. Fly safe and avoid local chat scams. I want to say a huge thank you to all my patrons. Without you guys, I wouldn't be able to continue doing what I'm doing. If you'd like to find out how to become a patron and how to get early access to my content, please look down in the description. Fly safe and avoid local chat scams.